This conference will now be recorded.
This program is called Project Management Institute's Authorized PMP exam preparatory course. Well, 2021, PMI started publishing their own material. See, we were there in this field. I got PMP certified in 2007, first quarter. And I've been helping my organizations. My own organization sent me for a workshop for 4 days to a hotel, big star hotel. We were there, 4 days there, sitting and listening. In 2006, formally I was deputed for this 4-day program. Before, I was given a business intelligence. I said, no, first you have to learn management, then we'll give you this technical management job. They were gracious enough to send me to this workshop. Then I came to know that, hey, there is something more than what I learned in IIT. Theoretical management that people are doing MBAs, IIMs, spending a lot of money, maybe 50 lakhs or whatever, 60 lakhs or even more. Harvard Business School. See, people are going, in fact. There is something more than this. There is a practical side of management. So this is about that. This program is just actually a glimpse of what is there. If you go join in an industry, if you join in a IIM, it will be like one semester class. See, one session, like maybe 1 or 2 hours, one session in this program is equivalent to one semester program that you study in, for example, IIM or Indian School of Business. There's a very deeper subject behind this one. We try to give you an overview of that, and so that you can connect. For example, risk management. Risk management teaches you how you can handle against pandemic, how you can handle your business. In fact, during the pandemic, some people made business, some people really played with that risk also. See, every risk needs to be managed. Unethically people can earn. That's a different thing. Unethically, that's a different aspect. People become too rich. But I'm talking about professional way of dealing with things. This PMI authorized PMP exam preparatory course is released by PMI. So what I did, we got this official approval. In fact, almost like 6 months I worked hard to get this approval, PMI approval in 2009 and 2010. All compliances we have completed. So we got this official authorization, and then we did this program till 2021. In fact, I have published my own book on project management. Now PMI is publishing its own material worldwide, unique material across the globe, their own material they are releasing. So in your case, you will be going through the PMI authorized material. This program is exactly PMI authorized, this PMP exam preparatory program. I really appreciate you for choosing such a global program. It is very practical. Recently, one of my colleague, he's in Dubai, Burj Khalifa construction. In the middle of the construction, see, 100 floors construction, 50 floors construction. As soon as that is over, half of the hotel was in operations. The remaining 50 floors construction was going on. My student, he was a project manager there. You know what he said to me? Sir, we talk about all these things. People don't really apply at least 20% of what they learn. They're teaching so many things. Top managers also, not even 20% of these things they are applying really in the project. That's why projects are failing. We learn. Some people are fortunate enough to do a CAPM program. They are learning at the starting of their career, or maybe as part of the final year grads. In US, final year graduates, MS. Recently I trained people from a master's program in US. In fact, they went to US. They were studying the program, their master's program. But CAPM was part of their expectations there. So they came over to India. So 2 students especially recently, they did the CAPM program with us. I'm an authorized CAPM trainer too. there is there is so much of value for this program. There it is expensive also. That's why maybe they are doing it from India. See, PMI has a 50 years of history. They helped the US Navy first. They helped the US government. They helped the US many projects across the globe. In Saudi, if you have a PMP certification, you will get work. Suppose if you want to bid a project in Saudi, they will ask how many PMP certified people you have in your team. At least 10 people. Few handful of people are not there. They don't consider that proposal itself. So it is so important, the worldwide, the importance has gone up. I'm just giving some clues. Second biggest country in the world who has got more PMPs is China. No wonder China is so successful. It's able to balance so many things, in fact, after years. So this certification is going to help you. Now, my name is Varprasad Rao. So here I am. I did many certifications like this. When I studied technology, I was a DBA, certified DBA, IBM certified database administrator. When I worked for a banking domain, I did banking certifications. When I worked for example, insurance, this LOMA is basically an international domain certification. Similarly, I was into services, ITL certification. PMP certification I did in 2007 because of my organization. My own organization asked me to do it so that they don't want the projects to fail. Later, Agile has become worldwide the important thing. So yes, I became an Agile coach also. Here I am. I'm an authorized Scrum coach and product management coach, and I'm a safe authorized trainer too. Here I am standing on behalf of Project Management Institute. I'm an instructor in PMP, authorized instructor. So here I am sharing my knowledge with you. Now at this point of time, I want you to know that we are few people. Sometimes I mentor, top managers, they come to me. For example, ECL retired director is my student, Electronic Corporation of India Limited. This is the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited as an example I'm giving you. See, once I was with one senior manager here. See, when I went to HL, nobody was PMP certified in Bangalore, HL. But now, Mr. Srikanth Sharma, many people are PMP certified there. So they understood the importance of this program. I go there to, for example, Primavera or Microsoft project kind of tools implementation, or I go there for PMP certification. I'm an official PMP certification trainer, authorized empanel trainer here. So people come like from all over India or all over the world. You see, people attend this kind of workshops. You see, people come from Kanpur, for example, Maharashtra, all over India. People come there, they stay there for a week, and they learn these programs. They come with families, they stay in 5-star accommodations, and they learn this official. I want you to know the importance of these programs. That's why, not to exaggerate myself. Now, at this point of time, I want you to know. We wanted to know. This organization wants to know the participants and their details so that they can tailor the program for you properly. Just take a 1 minute or 2 minutes. Please explain about your background to everyone. Just 1 minute introductions, please. Over to you.
Yeah, shall I go ahead?
Please.
Yeah, this is Narayana. So having a 5+ years of IT experience. So I did in my master's. Yes, that's it.
Yeah, you're an MBA.
Over to you. Yeah.
And you're a Python technical developer, senior developer. Tell all those things, everyone.
Yeah, I'm having good experience on lead engineer position. So I have handled the team with my earlier organizations, and also I have actively involved into uh, development side. So I worked like 3 organizations. Yeah.
Exactly. Very good, Narayana. Yeah, please go on,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Sagar.
This is Sagar. I'm from Qatar. I'm working in a MNC, KSS in exams. We are in manufacturing. So I've been working here for past 7 years as a raw material planner, logistic manager, and now presently I'm working with planning. That's it.
So where are you? Are you in India or Middle East? Where are
Qatar,
you?
Qatar,
Qatar.
Qatar.
Oh, wonderful,
Yes.
wonderful. Okay, so what qualification do you have? Like, what you did any degree or something or
I
post
did MBA.
graduation?
I did MBA.
MBA, wonderful. Okay, how many years of experience you have?
7 years now.
Oh, wonderful. 7 years of experience. You have logistics and planning experience also. So welcome, Sagar. So over to you guys next.
Hi, sir. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Samashiva, please go ahead.
Yeah, this is Shiva. Yeah, I am from Vizag. I completed my diploma in civil engineering. I have 22 years of experience in construction industry. Right now, I am staying in Vizag, working with Jacobs in Vishakhapatnam.
Wow, wow. I have a number of students from Jacobs, you know. See, I've trained people in Bangalore. I've trained
Yeah.
people, their counterpart is there. No, they got, Jacobs got merged to this Australian Parsons, isn't it?
I don't know that, sir.
Yeah, the Parsons team is there in Hyderabad. And my
Okay, sir.
location is also just adjacent, in fact. So we stay in the same road, in fact, that in-orbit mall road, where this
Okay.
Parsons, one of the Jacobs wing, maybe consulting wing, I think, they got
Yes, yes.
merged
This is
with
concern.
that
Jacobs
Parsons, in
basically
fact.
into design mostly, design consultant.
Okay, you are into design. Okay, you are into design. That
No,
Jacobs,
no. I am
Jacobs.
into execution actually.
Okay, okay, execution. Oh, wonderful. Oh, very good. So yeah, Parsons also. I do have students in, especially Jacobs, Bangalore. It's basically it's a US based organization, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Yeah. So their counterparts in Australia also, Parsons.
Yes,
We
yes,
do
yes. They
have
have projects in Australia. All over world they have.
exactly, exactly. I was so glad, um,
Thank you, sir.
Samashiva. In fact, Samashiva, we have a program in Vizag also. Supriya will give you the details. This month,
Yes, I
last
already
week, we.
registered. I already registered,
Oh,
sir. I'm coming there.
wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
We will
So
meet soon.
we have HPCL, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, and other organizations. We have a 5-day program there. Yeah, really very good.
Yes.
So we hope we will see you, Samsiva, there. Yes, over to Rajesh, Manideep, and other people, please. Raj, anyone who can unmute and speak?
Yeah, hi, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Marcus. My name is Raj. I'm based out of Hyderabad. Okay. I have about 8 years of experience right now. So I'm into IT, being a developer, and right now I'm kind of into a program manager and a client-facing role. So I wanted to upskill myself and make sure that I deliver in the right manner. That's why I joined.
Wonderful, wonderful. You're a senior developer, basically, and then now you're a senior program manager. Oh, very good.
Yeah.
So
Not
where
not
are you?
a senior program manager. I'm just stepping up there. It's a new role which I
Wonderful.
got. Yeah,
Obviously, program manager obviously need to handle multiple projects, right?
that's right.
Very good. So this is the place, Raj. Yes. Yeah. Anyone else, please, in the team? Rajesh or Manideep, can you unmute and speak, or shall we go on? Or you can text. If you are busy, you can just text in this group. All right. So let me go on
Hello.
with this program. Yeah, go ahead,
It's okay.
guys.
Please
Yeah.
continue. Please continue. That's okay.
Just briefly, you can introduce yourself, yeah, to the team.
Hello, guys. It's Mandeep here. I've started my career from early 2016. I've started working in the non-tech industry towards the risk management of the product management, and slowly I've gone into business operations. And now I'm working as a project manager and a workforce management for a startup company in Hyderabad.
Wow, wonderful. So you know about the importance of risk management. So I'm so glad, Manideep. And Rajesh, if you can unmute, you can speak. Otherwise, I'm proceeding.
Hello everyone, I'm Rajesh. I'm from Hyderabad. So basically, I'm into operations. I'm an MBA grad. I do handle operations. So I just joined this program I would like to understand actually what is this PMI. So how it would be helping me out in my further career. So I'm just
Wonderful.
waiting for our Prasad Rao to explain this. Thank you.
Wonderful. So how many years of experience, Rajesh, you have after MBA or
Altogether, I have 13 years of experience.
14 years of experience? Wonderful. Very good. So I welcome all of you for this program. This PMP certification program has a basic requirement. A person should have experience. That's the one first thing. If they have experience, then only they will understand importance of this one. When projects fail, when they see the disaster, they will understand the importance of the project. You know, there was a great country once upon a time, none other than the French at that time. They gave the world a greatest gift, Suez Canal. The first time they have created a canal which connects two continents. You know, they gave it successfully, 100 miles project they gave. The same project manager, Edward Ferdinando, attempted his second project connecting Pacific and Atlantic Ocean, attempted Panama Canal, just 40 kilometers project, 40 miles project, which is smaller compared to his previous project, not even 50% of the distance, but he has failed miserably. He died as a poor man in the jail because project resulted in a killing of 25,000 plus workforce. And French government became bankrupt because of a project failure. So a project failure is not an ordinary thing. It can kill your organization. It can kill so many families. And you're responsible. You're answerable as a responsible person. When you are there, when you are being given a responsibility, one of the responsible person in the project, as a project professional, you're also responsible. So we are here to learn about how the project can be made successful. So PMI is expecting at least 3 to 5 years of most recent experience to be documented first. They will see that and they will qualify you. Then only they will give you, or you will be qualified to write the exam. So the 36 months of experience, we are going to guide you how to write that one. As an operations manager also, you involve in improvements, enhancements, and they are called projects. Okay, we'll help you to understand yourself. You know, you need to invent yourself first of all. You need to know who you are. You know, some people think that, okay, I'm an operations manager, I have nothing to do with the projects. People misunderstand this thing. Okay, I'm only a developer. You know, I don't need a management skill. They think like that. People are, you know, people have got completely negative thoughts about it. So let me explain you a few things there. So first, PMI expects you, your experience, they will document, your document they are going to review. Second thing is, either you must be a postgraduate or a graduate to write this exam. Your qualification, your experience, and then we are going to train you and give you these 35 hours of project management education and training, you know, or else, you know, maybe anybody from CAPM background, they can directly, they're also qualified, you know, the third category is what I'm talking about. If a person is having a 3 years degree or high school diploma, they have to document at least 5 years of experience. If that person is postgraduate or 4 years or 5 years degree holder, well, that's fine. They need to just document 36 months of experience only to qualify. The whole world has realized the importance of project economy. You know, project economy backs the most important work. Project is very important. When you start the job, it's very, very important. When you, for example, there is a girl got married, conceives, conception, like, you know, the girl or baby, that stage is so important for them. that 10 months or 9 months carrying, delivering baby. Those are very, very important times, the first 6 months of taking care of the baby. So these are all called unique things. Projects are like that, unique, very, very unique things. Whenever you are trying to improve something, for example, you are starting a job, or you are starting a new job you are starting. That's very important for the first 3 months or first 6 months. You have to prove that you are useful for the organization. You have to generate some revenue. Every month, your manager, your program manager, your senior is responsible for giving an account to the top management. Recently I was speaking to one of the TCS head, data science head. You know what he said? Sir, it's almost like a begging. Yeah, he said, sir, what, you are so great person. You are head of the data science in such an organization like TCS. I said, sir, that's fine. At the end of the month, what is my role? I have to give an account to the organization. All these data science projects, I have to give an account. I have to show the revenue growth. See, management responsibility is a higher level responsibility. Lowest level, obviously, you need to do projects. Obviously, technical work has to be accomplished. So, the point is, your account, see, you go to the customer, you raise the invoice, receiving the payments, speaking to them, addressing their concerns. That's what, So my boss, actually, he put it in a different terms there, in fact. So we are responsible, guys. Some people are responsible for pre-sales. Nowadays I see so many great people saying that we got laid off and all those things there. Why don't you join an organization and work for a pre-sales? Get some business for that organization. Do some, what is that, like some kind of proposal submission. Get some business, get some work for them. That will help that organization also to survive, in fact. So there is a way to manage things, in fact. There are different ways to manage. So project management program, this professional PMP certification is helping professionals to do those kind of things, in fact. No matter where you are, when you are starting learning this core principles of project management. Now PMBOK 7th edition, the base book for all this entire program starts with principles, values. Those are important. If there are no values, there is nothing like that. If I can copy anything, if I can do all, if I can write somebody's exam, there is no need for all these struggles. If I can do, recently some people came to me, can you give this duplicate certificate? What is that one? Fake certificate, it says. Can you write my exam? They say they're ready to pay money. See, these kind of valueless things, if you start doing, there is, everybody can live, everybody can earn some money. But at the end of the day, what happens? His own children will not respect. His own, I don't know, his own near and dear people may leave because people will be observing, right? Values are more important. Money is not the only thing in life. You see. Project success requires first your ethics. Ethically, you should be correct. Then second thing is you have to have principles. Principles must be followed. So this project management, PMI, Project Management Institute, is there to guide you. It's a lifetime practice. It is starting with your exam. Exam is checking whether you are tuned or not. This PMP exam syllabus, when you look at, PMI is given very clearly into 3 components there: people management, process management, and business management. You should know how to manage people, you should know how to manage process, and you should know how to manage business. Only 3 things. The projects, the type of projects you involve, some of you are with, for example, you are with the Jacobs, for example, you need to do some construction projects, for example, or else, you are in Middle East. Maybe you are involving in predictive life cycles. Predictive life cycle means plan-driven projects. In fact, my son works for for civil projects. He's an architect. See, their world is only predictive world. Their world is plan-driven world. Everything should be planned. Everything should be pakka. Design it, clear it, and then do it, kind of thing. That world is there. Most of the construction people are following that. Even IT infra people are also trying to follow that. Many people are trying that. Nothing wrong in that. That is one way of handling. But there are other ways of handling also. IT projects you should not handle like that. You don't even know the requirements properly, what you are doing. Many projects I handled, from 1992, my first job, Mr. Venkatakrishnan, he's also IIT alumni. You know what? He gave me a beautiful offer. We were sitting there, freshers. We were thinking about, oh, will this technology will be there for next 5 years? We are learning this technology. Will it be lasting for 5 years? We were thinking, see, as a freshers, we don't even understand the value of the job. We don't even understand the value of the technology. Anyway, God helped us to go through various phases in life, mistakes committed, in fact, but I don't want these mistakes again. My next generation, or whatever, So we learn lessons and we apply good practices. The next generation should go through good practices, not the same mistakes that you are committing again. Suppose in an organization they can commit a mistake, but they learn a lesson. When they move on, they have to correct that, and that mistake should not be repeated. In fact, organizations are not for paying these for failure projects. In fact, they have to learn lesson and good practices. They should adopt, and quickly they have to move on. Now, these adaptive life cycles are used in IT kind of projects, information technology, or marketing projects. They are very dynamic. Continuously, they will be changing. I'm giving an example, just gave 2 examples only. IT projects and marketing projects only, I gave an example. So adaptive life cycles, they look at and then they handle that continuous changing nature of the project. In fact, some people, they do IT projects, but they follow predictive life cycles. That's one of the reasons why projects suffer. In fact, adaptive life cycle, that means agile, is a way to handle this kind of IT projects, or else handling of maybe marketing kind of or any other promotional kind of projects. If, for example, you are arranging an event, that event that comes under agile kind of context. So you need to follow how agile spectrum works, how that approach really helps people. Okay, so generally we welcome such people to our safe scaled agile framework programs. In fact, our organization is authorized, so we do that. But many projects in the world, they are following hybrid methods actually. See, a project has, for example, 80-20 rule. If you take, 80% of it may be predictive, but still you are also responsible for adaptive or agile also. Maybe you have, for example, IT project which is more of adaptive. 80% of it is adaptive. Maybe 20% of still it needs to be predictive. You need to learn all these approaches. So 2021 PMI has introduced this syllabus. Okay, so PMI calls this as a PMI talent triangle. A person should be good in the ways of working. Ways of working means the process. For example, just now, for example, I think Manideep was talking about risk management. See, ways of working I'm talking about. Ways of working is how you handle schedule. I think, some of you are talking about logistics or planning. See, how you schedule, scheduling skills. Proper scheduling is part of ways of working. I'm talking about process. You should know the process. You should know ways of working. Scope, time, cost, quality, all those things will be part of that. For example, quality is all over the world. People study quality in depth, especially in pharma. Quality is very important thing. Maybe in your world, it may not be that important. Ways of working, for example, you should know how you really handle quality, how you really handle schedule. Everyone may not know Primavera or Microsoft project or some other Jira or Azure DevOps. Not everyone knows every tool, but you should know that scheduling is important. Second thing is, for example, risk management. I'm just talking about a few glimpses of ways of working here. Risk management. You should know how to identify risks. Uncertainty will be there in every project. In spite of complexity, in spite of uncertainty, you still need to handle. When you're traveling in a ship goes through a lot of storms also. In spite of storms, still the ship needs to go to its destination. Project is also like that. When you take up a project, you need to understand the risk. At least risk register you keep. Identify the risks with the team, analyze them. High priority risks immediately you need to address, or you need to mitigate. You need to avoid negative risks I'm talking about. Even positive risks also you should know how to handle. All the business related aspect is about handling the positive risk. Risk management is very important. So this course will teach you the frameworks to handle risks also, frameworks, the process, tools to handle scheduling also, and many other aspects. Ways of working is that one. Then second thing is the power skills. This workshop is about people management, guys. It's not about, people used to have a separate leadership programs in the past, but PMI has included the leadership program also into this one. There's exclusive leadership lesson in this particular program, in fact. Power skills, the servant leadership skills, adaptive leadership skills are important. At the same time, we also need to understand the business. If you don't connect to the business, the whole world is trying to do that, in fact. The business, every company starts with the business. Why people are giving so much importance? Harvard Business School, you take, for example, or else, Indian School of Banking, or Indian School of Business, for example, or any other management institutions you talk about. Why they are giving so much importance for business? Because that is where the work starts. If there is no work, who will work? See, you are looking for a job, some technology or something, but where is the entire thing starts is the business. So we should understand the business related aspects also. We should understand the importance of, the business as well, in fact. Governance, for example, or, compliance, for example. You need to know how business really works. You need to understand the domain also, not just technology. For example, if it is for banking, you should know the banking discipline also. Generally, what I do whenever I join an organization, I do certifications, technical certifications, domain certifications, and management certifications also, so that I don't miss out any important thing there. A holistic understanding is required, guys, to handle a system. So exam content outline PMI has given to you for, understanding like the syllabus and all those things there. Finally, you will be completing this program, training program. 35 hours is a minimum timeline that we need to spend. In fact, we give 5 days work fast track or 4 days fast tracks also. We have our 1 month plus regular programs also are there. Once you complete that one, the educational certificate will give you from PMI as an authorized trainer. I will be signing on the certificate too. That's what PMI expects. So it's all part of formalities. So at the end, you need to submit the application form with all your details. You need to document yourself, what you are, you need to document. Then an exam you need to schedule. 1 year time PMI is going to give you. The moment your application is approved, only 1 year time is given. While working, PMI allows a working professional to get this most respected qualification. They don't want people to stop their work and do the studies. You do all your busy work during the week. Maybe weekends you spend at least 1 day, or maybe every day a couple of hours to learn this thing, in fact. So PMI gives you 1 year time. Okay, fine. When you start writing this exam, you will find 180 questions, 230 minutes only. Only 4 hours time is given to you, and you are given 2 breaks, 10 minutes breaks. Don't worry about breaks. Now, exam questions, if you look at, it's basically, matching questions are there. Multiple responses are there. More than one response, multiple responses. It's multiple choices, the older pattern, in fact. The new pattern contains multiple responses. A question can have multiple answers, matching both sides. Important information will be given there, hotspot information. They will help you to, they want you to trace your understanding on the profile, what's going to happen next, for example. It's like management reasoning. All right. So you can do a center-based testing. In Vizag, there is a center. In Hyderabad, there are 2 centers. In big cities may have more than 2, maybe 3 centers also possible. Paper-based exams have no breaks, but paper-based exams are, maybe if somebody is in the Indian Ocean, or somebody is in a, Arabian Sea or somewhere, they are extracting the oil or something. Such teams, yes, PMI goes there, paper-based exams are given to them, not to people generally who are accessible kind of thing. So you get this, online exam. Online exam can be given. You can go to the center and give the exam, or else you can write it from your home. But professionally, you have to shut the doors, and then when you are writing the exam, examiner will be observing you through your own web camera. They will record the entire exam. So that is the process. All right, moving on. What is there in this training program? This training program consists of this introduction, like what I am giving. Yes, this kind of introduction will be extended, like just a few details I am giving now. And it also has a lesson 1. First lesson is about business environment. The fundamental project management you will learn. Fundamentals of project management, like principles. Like Agile is based on principles. Agile is also based on values, right? Agile, for example, it is based on the changes, not just based on the plan. We give more value for changes more than plans. We give more value for the increments or additional. Maybe, for example, in case of IT, it's an additional incremental software that's more important than documentation. Documentation is important, but what is more important is the value addition that you are giving to the customer. Wherever you are working, your financial or technical value should be added, and you should demonstrate that system. You should meet your goals. You see, the point is Agile principles also, it has Agile manifesto details are there, in fact. So we're going to learn about project management fundamentals in lesson 1. Then we're also going to learn about the environment, and then we are going to learn about how the project is selected, first of all, based on what factors a project is selected, how a project is rejected. You see, when you see more value, you will select that project. No, similar, the same thing. How a project is selected is part of that. When there's a more return on investment, you will invest in that. You need to check what is the return on investment. You need to look at what is the net present value, repeated net present value. What is that? You need to understand. Right, guys? See, you need to understand various aspects. Maybe I think I remember in IIT Madras, we all got TCS and some other companies, placement. They gave, in fact, I got 3 offers when I completed my graduation, because for 8 months, day and night, I worked on projects. Whole daytime, I used to work in the industry, understand the problem. Whole nights, I used to work in implementing that system and all those things. No wonder, 3 jobs we got in those days. See, the point is, business we are talking about, return on investment we are talking about. We are talking about net present value we are talking about. You see, what is the result, when you do an endeavor, what is the result you need to know? In fact, net present value is basically all the inflows minus outflows. And you need to also consider the rate of interest. You need to understand what is the future, return that you are going to get. Most of these projects, nowadays, public-private partnership projects, you get year on year, you get revenue flow and all those things there. So you need to understand this, the management world also, the business you need to understand. You need to understand complaints. For example, you may be on a bench, for example, you may be asked to help in complaints matters. Right, guys? Every project needs to understand its compliance matters. Governance also. The top management is governing not to punish you, actually. They want to help you. When management gives you work, in fact, management can help you 80% of that work. You will be doing only 20% of that work. You need to connect to them. You need to involve them. Like parents, if you treat, then if you are with them, they can help you to solve all those things. Whatever work they are giving you, in fact, they themselves, especially I'm talking about interested project managers, especially I'm talking about, powerful management teams. You need to work very closely and handle them. In addition to your friends, management also you should not separate them, in fact. Then what happens there? 80% of the work you have to do on your own otherwise. Okay. So business environment is about business basics. How project is governed. Your project phase wise it is governed. Every phase is evaluated. Every phase is evaluated. Phase will be approved. And then, if there will be review, approval. If it is not economical anyway, projects will be cancelled, So enhancements are approved, kickoff, sign-offs, and all those things there. Management involvement in the beginning and ending is to help you. Every milestone review is meant to help you, in fact. Starting of the project is very, very important. Proper starting. How do I start my project? I have to identify my stakeholders. You see, stakeholders are the people, organizations who are actively involved in the project. Maybe customers are very important. That one concept, if you learn in the starting of the project about just stakeholders, that itself will help you to handle successful delivery. Team management. Once I was recently in a job when I was giving a lot of importance for the team, management misunderstood. See, after the stakeholders, after the customers, most important people are your team members. You need to sit with the team. You have to spend a countless number of hours with the team out of your busy schedule. You have to build your team. See, teams also need to follow some ethics, professional ethics they need to follow. So those are all like team charter, the mandatory minimum compliance things, like responsibility, respect, honesty. Those things are all we need to follow, in fact, while starting the project. And not only team, guys, we have to understand what, you need to give a common understanding to everyone. In fact, for example, kickoff meeting is conducted or project charter is created. These things will help you to give a view of the project, or else a vision statement is created. One of the reasons why people are perishing is they don't know what is the long-term impact. In fact, what's going to happen in future, you don't know. They talk about short-term things, whatever. Always we go with the short-term goals only, not with the long-term goals. That's why we commit so many mistakes. You see, so we need to create the vision of the project. When you are starting the project, you have to sit with the management. You have to work with the management. In fact, management will be actively doing. You will be supporting them in the beginning. Management will do maximum work, but you need to be with them while documentation, for example, or while starting it properly. So with the help of management, you will be starting the project. That's where kickoff, sign-offs, and all those things happens. Sign-off happens while the closing of the project. That's a different thing. Phase-wise, I'm talking about. Governance is very important. And then when you're starting the project, one of the important thing is you need to understand the domain. Whether Agile is suitable for this project. Most of the IT projects, 80% of the IT projects are following Agile, and they are correct, in fact. So when you're starting the project, you need to understand the domain. Understanding is important. Now today, when you're studying CAPM or when you're studying a PMP or any of the project management or program management programs with PMI, the programs are embedded with Agile, in fact. So how you start Agile project, how you start predictive plan-driven project, both are there in this lesson. Complete details of predictive management and the complete Agile is there. In fact, suppose if you join in a Scrum program, how much you learn, I don't know. But in PMP program, you learn more Agile than any other program. So PMP program is not only about predictive or plan-driven only. It's about Agile too. Then the third lesson is about planning. See, planning, every element need to be planned properly. The scope, the work planning, proper task planning, whether they are user stories or work packages, whatever it is, whether they are big modules or whether they are epics or features, you need to plan things properly. Scope planning is important. Work breakdown structure. Scope baselining is very important. Scope need to be approved, for example, approved scope, then approved schedule with activities, sequencing, mandatory or, whatever, finish to start, start to start, all those, planning tools will help you, in fact. We'll give you all the details, in fact. Without knowing a tool also, you can crack the exam. You need to know the concept. That's very important. The important thing is the concept, not just some data entry. Not just, so there's an Excel, so you do some data. No, it's not data entry. It is the conceptual understanding that is more important thing. Then tools will help you to automate. Tools are there to automate, So automation takes some time, Whenever you have free time, you work on tools automation. That's good, in fact, you and your organization. So we're talking about scheduling tools here. Critical path, you should know, critical path, critical activities are most important. This is very critical for me. That's why I'm teaching you this lesson. I have a lot of other things to do. In fact, I was supposed to travel and go to my office. In fact, I'm speaking from my home because why I'm doing this? Because this is very important. I stopped all the travel.
Hello.
Sorry guys, I have a call there. So I have to disconnect the call. I'm sorry for that. So yeah, it goes on, guys. There, planning the project not only involves scope management, schedule. It has budgeting also. It has even release planning, how releases are divided into sprints or iterations. They're all there in lesson 3. Am I audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are right.
Quality planning, for example, resource planning, human resources, main planning, and then equipment and material planning also, right? So these are all very, very important, in fact. So as you grow in life, technology, domain, and management, these 3 things you should know. Then you will be a leader in the system. So you have to spend time, all these 3 areas: technology, domain, and management. If I have to handle this business in this organization, I have to know this business of project management. I should know. Then only I can handle this, isn't it, guys? Like that. Recently I was with one of the big, corporate. In fact, just a 2 days training, MS project training, or some Scrum training, or maybe some Agile program or project management program. What I do? 1 month before and 1 month after, I study that organization, that domain properly. I go and help them. Money will be added later. That's a different thing. It's not about money. They don't pay me also. Even if they don't pay me also, they'll pay me in different ways. I'll get my reward. But the main thing is, what is that? You have to tailor it to that organization, studying that system. Now, after that, whether they have implemented or not is more important, in fact. So I deal with the corporates 1 month before, 1 month after also. People think that it's only 2 days program. No, for me, it's a 2 months program, in fact. Whenever I touch a corporate, some people reward me, some people maybe, they might pay for only for the 2 days training. But actually, what is important is implementation. You plan the projects properly with the resources, with risks. In spite of risks, still that project should be successful. You plan for the risks also. Procurement, contractual planning is so important, guys. Vendor planning. So all these put together will make the project successful. If one, link is weak in this chain, project is going to fail. In a gold chain, you have so many links, isn't it? If one link is weak, suppose there, then entire chain is going to, you may lose, right? The project fails. So project management trying to help you to understand every link so that the chain won't break. That's why, you're given so many aspects there around project success. So leadership especially goes very deep. In fact, leadership programs are most expensive programs. Harvard Business School conducts leadership programs, leading the team. This lesson is trying to help you to understand servant leadership. It's helping to understand adaptive leadership. So helping you to understand how conflicts can be resolved. What is that emotional intelligence? How you need to control yourself. Self-control. Many aspects are there. Lesson 4 is focusing more on that leadership. So more details will be given during the class. Lesson 5 is about how you support the team. You need to support, most of my time, every day, 80% of my time is spent on supporting my teams, because you accomplish more through your teams. You can't sit like a scientist or a programmer. You can't sit in a corner and do some coding or some design activity only. Project management is about people. What I do, and I go, yesterday I went to office, without even taking a coffee or tea also. I was trying to talk to my customers. That girl came and asked me. I said, at least if I don't talk to 2-3 customers, I don't even take tea, or I don't take any food also. Water also, I said. If I don't know my customer, what is that I'm going to do? If I don't know about my children, what is that I'm going to do? What business you will do if you don't know your customers? You understand, guys? Am I making sense? Support the project team so that your project will be successful. You can measure the project, earned value management is there. For example, you can measure the performance. Am I audible, guys? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So retrospections we do. We need to retrospect and we need to improve. Every week you are going to do, or every month you are doing, or every 2 weeks you are doing, like any other IT professional. You need to improve. So this is a Japanese lean methods. They will eliminate all forms of waste by improving things, by kaizens, by small improvements, by Kanban, visually depicting, not hiding, openly working, so that others will help you to improve. Right? This open work environment is very important, guys. So there are many things like they're like burn down charts, burn up charts, cumulative flow diagrams. Many ways are there to basically support the team, to project what they are completing or what work is being accomplished, and all those things there. We learn many things like that. Change management, for example, we go very deep. Impediments, servant leaders, they have to remove the impediments. That's how they support the team. Many other aspects are there. Okay. Finally, a proper closure. Project is a temporary endeavor. Release is a temporary endeavor. A release starts. If it is agile project, yes, release starts, but release has a definite end. At the end of that quarter, maybe the release ends. So you need to understand how projects are closed. Okay. Closure guidelines will be there. You may need to create templates, or there are many aspects, especially contract related contractual closures are important. Disputes must be resolved, and then we have to have a proper indexing. When you close the project, you need to index also everything. Like a library, you have to arrange everything. Whenever there's a litigation or a legal issue comes up, organization may become very, very difficult for solving that. They have to understand where the information, which document they have to show it to the court, legal, because these are all business endeavors, legal endeavors under the contract we'll be doing. Every document is important. We need to index. Sorting is important, indexing is important. So closure guidelines are there. Every project requires proper things, in fact. All right, guys. So there are so many hidden things that I cannot share in this short session. So join this PMP program. So we will be teaching you this, this entire training goes with one case study, guys. Predictive life cycles are handled in this training. Adaptive, agile is handled. Even hybrid mix is also handled. A lot of discussions will be there. Interactive discussions, important points, many things, in fact. Along with this training, we will be dealing with a case study. PMI gives you officially, legally licensed copy of this student resource, 80 slides, PPT. Excellent way of practically how you can handle a project is there. What kind of questions, new questions you are going to get in a PMP exam will be there, in fact. In fact, we are going to give mock exams also in our LMS. So don't worry about exams and all those things there. Here in this case study, for example, Angfan is a project manager. This person is going to, lead this particular project in a hybrid delivery. In fact, he has important team members there. Okay, Vyasis Municipality is the funding partner for him. Architects, there is an Vyasis Architects which is going to be a developed partner. It's a $7 million project over a 3 years timeline. So project manager, Mr. Longfan, and his team is going to handle this project, in fact. How they are, doing all these stages, in fact. So we'll be having this case study progressing through lesson 1, business environment. We're going to study, for example, stakeholders, starting the project properly, proper project charter, team charters, everything, in fact. Planning the project, scheduling, budgeting, everything, like leading the team and supporting and finally closing the project. So at every area, the training also explains how the project is really, all these concepts are practically implemented by using that case study. So I welcome you. By all means, this is the best program. In fact, if I teach some other program, I get more money. In fact, I get more remuneration, but I do this because this is very important for the project success. So we welcome you to join this program. So that's all from my side. Now over to you on questions. Like, any questions you have before we conclude? We can take a couple of questions.
So one question from my end. So
Yes, Rajesh.
after listening all these sessions, so the insight which I got is like, so this is something into IT, tech, and programming. So actually, I'm from operations background. Okay. So will this help me out this program in
Wonderful
operations team?
question. Yeah, Rajesh. See, nowadays in IT, there is something called DevOps, right? Development and operations. In fact, I am a trainer for such agile programs also, authorized trainer. See, both development and operations, they go together, in fact. See, we're going to learn in this training about Kanban, for example. Kanban is about handling a continuous delivery. Request comes, you attend to that request. Issue comes, you attend to that issue. Depending upon its priority, depending upon the availability of that person or that resource, it will be automatically assigned. So Kanban is explained in this. So for example, adaptive projects, when you talk about, they are handled in two different ways. One is through time boxing, other one is through continuous support. Right? First of all, you should understand that there are different ways of handling. See, some projects they follow predictive, some projects they follow adaptive. Adaptive projects are hybrid projects. Generally, what they do, they go in two directions. One is the time box direction. Like for example, you have iteration or sprints. Iteration or sprints are, for example, you are improving something, you are creating something new. Iterations or sprints are that kind of time boxing they follow. But you also have operational kind of work. For example, you do continuous support. Requests are handled directly. Our tickets are handled directly, depending upon the resource, depending upon its priority. Change requests are handled, isn't it? Issues or defects are handled, depending upon priority. Continuously we support. That's called continuous delivery. Or else, we have a Kanban way of working also. Are you with me? When you say sprints or iterations, time boxed improvements, even in operations also you do some improvements. So those improvements will come under projects, in fact. So in this training program, we are going to explore both, Kanbans, that means continuous delivery also, as well as we are going to also talk about time boxes. Both works are handled, in fact. For those people from non-IT guys, you remember, when you are handling a project, you should understand how that project is supported, in fact. Because most of the initial support activities are the responsibility of the people who have developed the project. So you can help operations team in managing when you know the continuous support also, or Kanban way of handling. So in this training program, we have Kanban also. Kanban is like, for example, you have this, what I should say, like for example, can I say service desk kind of work, continuous support kind of work. So Kanban is also included in this because some works requires continuous delivery. So that's also included in this training program. Did I answer your question properly, Rajesh? So this program is about project management, which deals with civil engineering kind of predictive style. For example, IT infra guys, for example, if you take, because you are coming from IT, so I'm giving an IT example. IT infra guys, they plan everything, they do it, in fact. IT development guys, what they do, they will plan for the iterations, or they will plan for the releases, and they work. But when it comes to IT operations, they follow Kanban delivery. If one iteration, one time box is over, another time box will start. See, even not only time box, in fact, they may give a demo at the end of a time box, but every day con call you will take. No. See, in Kanban delivery, what happens? Every day there will be customer call. You give an account to the customer every day. Am I right or wrong? So that also is there in this training program. So it includes agile, it includes adaptive ways of working, which includes the Kanban way of working also. In fact, I am a service desk trainer. In fact, I am an ITL certified. I have trained some of the companies in Hyderabad, IT companies in ITL in the past. So, this particular updated 7th edition PMBOK based this training, it handles continuous delivery by using Kanban methods also. Are you there with me? Rajesh, did I answer your question properly? I'm working in
Yeah.
operations, but some enhancements do happen. How to handle the enhancements properly. Then during the enhancements, I follow time-boxed endeavors. But when it comes to continuous delivery or else operational work, I follow Kanban. The high priority tickets are assigned. High priority work is assigned to the available operator there, and they will work on that. That's a Kanban way of working. So Kanban is also included. So both continuous delivery is supported, and then time box support also is there. In fact, time box way of base of working, and then continuous delivery also. Both will be there for adaptive work delivery. So they are all there in this. Are you with me now? Or see, other than the closure, for example, Rajesh, other than the closure, all the remaining things are common in both operations and projects. Do I understand my point actually? You start the
Yes.
endeavors, you plan the endeavors, you leadership, for example, supporting the team, everything is there. Only thing is that lesson 6 may not be applicable, you might think, but actually you need to give an account every quarterly once, isn't it? For example, you are working in operations. I worked in IT operations. I used to have a customer satisfaction check at the end of every month, or some customers I used to have at the end of every 3 months. I used to have a customer satisfaction survey. I need to give some closure activities, At the same time, audits used to happen, quality audits. I need to support them. See, though we were working for IT operations or system operations there, but we were also answerable for other initiatives also. Are you there with me?
Yes.
Like that. Yeah, any other questions, guys? Yes, this particular program supports both time boxed based approaches and continuous delivery also. PMI has given very clearly how adaptive projects are handled, two different ways it can be handled. So both are planned. So in this, you are going to learn. Most probably, closure is not that important, you may think. Fine, no issues. So lesson 6 may be value add for you, so that you will know that all the temporary endeavors need to be closed also properly. That you will be learning in this training. But remaining 5 lessons are very much applicable for your kind of work also. Any other questions, guys? 1 or 2 more questions, please. Only 1 or 2. Quickly, please. Am I making sense? Project management is about common sense. You see, it's like in English, English language, English language is required for everyone, isn't it? For example, proper language skill. We all learn, isn't it, in India or US or, most of the abroad countries. If you know proper language, you will be able to deal with things properly. Like that, project management is a common skill. It is not some kind of unique, a different skill. It is a common skill that needed. See, it is needed for everyone. Am I making sense, guys? Well,
Yes, I
people are
got it, got
learning.
it.
MBA operations, for example, 2 years program is there. In that also people are learning both project management and operations management. But when you compare, the first 5 phases or first of these 5 lessons are in this program are common for operations too. That's what you can observe. Any other questions, guys? Any civil engineering question, or any risk management question? Anything related to your IT development, or guys, anyone else, please? One more question you can ask. you can call me in person. My number you can take from our operator or our PMO team members are there here. So you can take my phone number and reach out to me, or else come and meet me. We are there in that opposite to Novartis, that big pharma company, or that I told Parsons and other companies like these project management consulting firms are there. So we also stay in the same location. In fact, it is on the way to Inorbit Mall, so high tech city. So you people can come and visit me. Maybe we can discuss more in person. Or else those who are from abroad, Qatar and other places, so you can we can have a personal video call. Then we can discuss. So over to you now. I think the session is we can close. I think. Supriya, can I close the call? Can I close the session with your kind permission?
So this is Raj here. I had actually pinged a message because I was in a meeting.
Yes. Yes, guys. Raj, do you have a question? You can come and meet me. No,
Yeah.
we stay here
No,
only
I
in
had pinged
Hyderabad.
you. I pinged you the message
Oh, yeah, yeah,
because I
yeah.
was in a meeting. I just completed that
Okay,
final
okay. Our
change.
office people will give you the address and all those things. You can come and meet me. I think you stay in the same. Right. Thank you so much for joining today. We are closing the session. Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.